My people wonder they say shall never end. The kind of news that we are hearing right now about Igbi is not a good one, though. According to what we are hearing, they said after Igbi tried everything within her power to stop the full moon ritual, but unfortunately she failed because she is one of those people who said over their quiet body will Queen Naomi return back to the palace just because she is afraid that Queen Naomi will come and take her position. You know, that first wife position is entering her head. If all the information we're hearing is the truth, though, because one thing I will never forget to tell you here is that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media, okay? So with everything we are hearing, Igbi happens to be one of those who said, over their quiet body will Queen Naomi come back to the palace. And to her greatest surprise, the full moon ritual that they did everything within their power to stop has just been concluded. And right now they say something happened. Igbi came to the palace a day after that ritual. They said when she came and asked question, they told her that everything was successful, apart from the part where the leaders, the traditional rulers that are supposed to be present, failed the king, you know. But when they told her about that, she was so anxious to know if the ritual was true. They told her yes, that the ritual was true, that the gods accepted it. It has been completed. So Queen Naomi can now return back when Kabiyesi decides. They said Igbi managed herself. She did not faint this time, but they said she managed to go in and lock herself up. She locked herself up. After some time, they say she came out and left the palace. Right now, from what we're hearing, they say she's not in the palace, you know. And ever since that time that she left the palace, they say she went back to her lodge outside the palace and she locked herself up. Ever since then, Igbi have refused to eat. They said her sister, abi her cousin, I don't know if it's her cousin or her sister that is staying with her, have come back to come and report to the palace that what is happening to her, that she cannot explain it. It's not all about her refusing to eat, though. They said a kind of strange illness that is shaking her body constantly. When I hear this, I say, oh, I never see something. Eh? Maybe na everything that she just gathered to stop this full moon ritual that is disturbing her. Because they say someone like Gospel who went to Ghana to get some powers, allegedly, oh, she returned back to her house, and they say throughout the day, abi the night, she lighted different colors of candle and was doing some kind of incantation. But at midnight, when she thought that everything was over, they came for her. She started shouting and screaming, looking for help. Maybe, who knows, what is happening to Igbi right now could be all that she have tried to use to stop the full moon ritual. They say she have been shivering. If you check her body temperature, they say the body temperature is normal. In as much as she have refused to eat, but her body have been shaking. And that is how they said her sister ran to the palace. They ran to the palace to go and talk to Kabiyesi. Kabiyesi said Igbi knows why she is shivering. She should confess. Let whatever that it is that is holding her leave her. Hey, whoa. Anyway, the thing is that if you ask me, I would say since the full moon ritual have been completed, and Igbi said over her thigh body, will Queen Naomi return back to the palace? Maybe it is time for her to cry so that when Naomi will return. I don't know. I'm not wishing anybody to cry you, but the thing is that if that is what they wish themselves, so be it. Because assuming it happened when this full moon ritual have not been completed, maybe it will stop it or it will be another form of problem. uh just like what the Kabiyesi told them. Because during that period, they are preparing to do this full moon ritual. Remember what they said happened to Igbi? She was also the person that was vomiting BLOD then, and they brought her to the palace. Kabiyesi gave her something that made her to regain her consciousness and be fine again, stating that they are not going to kpai inside his palace. And they will not even kpai now that he is trying to bring back his wife so that it won't be a distraction. Even when they brought gospel, Kabiyesi also did something and she regained her strength. Kabiyesi made the same statement that they will not buy in his palace. So now that, thank God she is outside though, because they said she came to the palace, pick one or two things and left. And ever since then, she have locked herself in, refused to speak to anyone, refused to eat. And now they say her body have been shaking non-stop for a very long time. And her sister, abi her cousin, have been running helter-skelter looking for help. They told her, let them take her to the hospital. She said no. This will tell you that she knows what she is doing. They say she refused to follow them to the hospital. And at this point, the sister have tried and decided to come to the palace. And they said the only thing that Kabiyesi said is that she knows what is happening to herself. She should open her mouth and save herself. Who knows? Maybe that is what she have planned for another person. And it is not coming back. Because with everything we are hearing about Igbi in that palace, hey, maybe it is time for her to give way for the light to come in, because we all know that light and darkness can never coexist. And when it is time for light to come, darkness will surely disappear. Who knows? I don't know. It's only God that knows. If it is time for her to give way, so be it. Someone said over her buy, but do you guys expect us to say no? Don't buy. You must not buy. You must buy if that is what you wish yourself. So that the owner of the palace will come and occupy her space without being disturbed. Because we all know that if Igbi is there and Queen Naomi returns, Igbi will be disturbing her in one way or the other. And because the culture said Kabiyesi cannot divorce Igbi, Kabiyesi will have to be settling matter every now and then. And that is not what we want for our baby girl. Although Queen Naomi is not even planning to return back and stay in the palace. The only thing she wanted to is reconcile with her husband. Then she will decide where to stay. Anyway, guys, that is what we are hearing. But don't forget that these are all alleged, unverified information making rounds on social media, okay? And shouldn't be seen as facts unless you verify them. Thanks for watching. Please do well to subscribe to my channel, follow my page, and share this video. I love you guys. Bye. See you.